Well, the recent news that we've received was that the Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac has actually been not just bailed out, but taken over by government. Now, this is very, very significant. And we have to make people understand what Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac are. Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac have been organizations that have been there for a good number of decades. Their principal function is it's a quasi-government organization in the sense that government has somehow been backing it up. Their principal function is to buy up the receivables from commercial banks who had lent real estate loans to the buyers of real estate in the United States. And when they buy up these receivables, the commercial banks are again given more resources to be able to lend to the public again. But when they buy up, they bundle these receivables. And on the basis of these bundled receivables, and on the basis of what they're collecting, they issue bonds. They sell bonds to the markets, to Wall Street, and to many investors who are willing to invest in Fannie Mae type of investments. Now, what had happened over the last 5 or 6 years is that Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, these are like sister-brother organizations that are doing exactly the same thing, because those receivables were based on selling to real estate buyers who in reality could not afford to buy. They could not afford to pay. No. So they were bad receivables. So eventually the cash flow of these receivables was not going to support the bonds that have been issued on this in the markets. And the buyers eventually see that this is what you call the subprime market. What is subprime and what is prime? Prime market will be lending out to people that can surely pay, they have the capacity to pay, and so on and so forth. That's the prime market. Subprime are a second or third level market that do not have the capacity to pay loans. As a matter of fact, the banks have rejected their applications. And these are the kinds of receivables that the banks have, these commercial banks have lent money to because Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac were going to buy them anyway. So these receivables were not getting the cash flow that they should be giving. And so those holders of the bonds that are being traded in Wall Street started calling, and the price of the bonds started to go down. And Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac started to lose a lot of money, probably to the tune of $6, $7, $8 billion a year for the last 5 years. Now, when